Hey, hey. Hi, guys. All right, Virgos, we're going to do a little bonus for you guys. I almost never do a Virgo video live, and I thought, let me do that for you guys right now. Um, this is going to be just a peek at what does Virgo's divine counterpart have to say, a message from them. Breathe, card 29. Virgo, whomever this is that loves Virgo, it's like, breathe and I'm with you. I will say this. That song, Breathe by Eddie Vedder, absolutely amazing. Did I say that I want you? Did I say that I needed you? We have mending. This says they would like to let Virgo know that they either will be mending things with Virgo or they're mending something that they have to before they can be in Virgo's world. There is like a sense of they want to give Virgo support right now. They would like to, and I have to say, since they're coming through on the wind, up here hovering in the sky, I do not feel like this is somebody that is currently with Virgo. Manzi Hall, so good to see you. Blondenbert, really nice to see you guys. Likewise, I hope you guys are doing really, really well. Thank you for visiting and hanging out with me tonight. But it feels as if Virgo, I don't know if every time Virgo feels like a soft, sweet wind, that is them kind of kissing Virgo gently on the forehead or what. But it certainly feels like this is somebody who's at a distance. They may actually do a little bit of meditating and they're trying to send good thoughts to Virgo. This divine counterpart is somebody who loves Virgo. We have all that glitters. This is energy of taking off their masks too. They may be trying to convey to Virgo that, maybe Virgo had a better opinion of them than what was warranted, that at some point they will show Virgo the real them. My impression is that this divine counterpart, whomever they are, Virgo loves them, has loved them, but they had a lot of things that they needed to either heal or fix in their own life. Yeah, they may have left Virgo to walk alone. They maybe know that Virgo has had plenty of, dry desert moments. I mean, maybe they met Virgo when Virgo lived in a desert area or something, or a place that was experiencing a drought. Virgo may have since left, moved, changed something in their life, has gone off to go find new things, new avenues. They seem to be aware of all of this. Morg's Machine, so delighted you're here. We have a Knight of Wands and it's in the reverse. That Knight of Wands in the reverse is them saying to Virgo, I know what you've been through. I know what you've been dealing with. I know the hardship. I know how hard your move was, Virgo. I know how much you've been working, and just know that you weren't some afternoon of fun for me. You weren't somebody that I have ever forgotten. You aren't somebody that you might have thought I was better off than I was, but honestly, that's not the case. I had a lot of problems in my life. Virgo, I'm working on mending those things, and I'm sending you support right now, even if I'm not there with you. But don't think, Virgo, that you were somehow some forgotten afterthought in my mind. You aren't. I've either paid more attention than what you think, even if I haven't been beside you. I know how resilient you are. I know the life you've been trying to build for yourself. With that Chariot, there's also this promise, like a little bit longer, Virgo, I'm almost done with this chess game that I've been dealing with. For some reason, this makes me think that they were dealing with legalities, only because of the black and white. Like if you're dealing with documents that are black and white, it's like, okay, I made a motion here and then their side, countered with this and we went back and forth. It could be something along those lines where it's like they're finally getting to the end of something in their own life. And it almost says, I'll be headed your way soon, Virgo. King of Wands. Oh my God. Okay, so this person could be a fire sign, masculine. This could be only they know when they'll actually be traveling toward Virgo. Only they know when that day will come. But there is something like the flow of the universe is working with them right now. And maybe that's a rarity. Maybe this is somebody who hasn't had the, the flow of the universe working with them very frequently, but it looks like it is right now. And it just says, hang in there, Virgo, a little bit longer. I will be there. I'm going to be able to, start traveling towards you with a little help from the universe. It almost feels like they're about to have a turn of good fortune in their own life. Like the universe is kind of lifting them and trying to help them as well. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. They wish that they could tell Virgo that things are starting to look better for them. Is this somebody that Virgo, is aware of why this person wasn't then in their life for a period of time? I have to go over and ask that about Virgo. Ten of Swords, Virgo says it was over and ended and was over badly. It ended painfully. It ended maybe suddenly. It ended a long time ago, and it was awful. Five of Coins. If anything, it says Virgo kind of felt like the way things ended, it was just like here one day, gone the next, kind of, and I was left empty. There's a great song by Dwight Yoakam called Nothing. I couldn't change your heart. I couldn't change your mind. No, I just had to learn to live with this emptiness you left behind. You didn't try to see, you didn't try to hear. I love Dwight Yoakam. But the way that the first, paragraph in that song, or verse rather, is so beautiful. We have the Death card upright. Again, everything here says, Virgo says, they left me. They left me. And by the way, they left me. So Virgo is in this impression that it's over. It has been for a long time. Their energy, their whisper on the wind to Virgo is like, baby, please, breathe. I'm trying to get things fixed. What you thought I was, like, I had a train wreck of a life that I didn't show to you. I wasn't all together. I didn't have anything in my life sorted. I had a mess to clean up, but you were not just some person that I randomly slept with. You were not somebody. And I know you've been moving on from the way things ended with us, but one day I'm coming back to fix it. One day I have a ton to offer you. One day, and it's coming sooner, finally. I don't know. We have the moon. Virgo has no clue about this. This is kind of the furthest thing from Virgo's mind. And if anything, you see they got the little butterfly or moth wing goggles on. Virgo's like, the only thing I look at is my own life and the direction I'm going to go. I don't need to know what's happening with you. I think Virgo won't let themselves even think about this person. So I'm sorry to bring this storyline up at all. If Virgo's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I'm doing other things. Where is Virgo at? Knight of Cups. Virgo hasn't met anybody new, but they really are looking forward to love again. We have something kind of sketched out, and they're like, I know I'll love again when the hydrangeas are in bloom again. So, I know it's not a hydrangea, but this sketched out lady here, I always think of that as like a big bloom of hydrangea flowers instead of like some crazy hat that she's wearing. I don't know why. So maybe Virgo really likes hydrangeas, but Virgo has this plan. Like, no, I'll meet somebody else, and I don't think about them, and I won't let myself think about them. I need to move on from them. That is very understandable. Let me ask divine counterpart to Virgo, or now we can call them the King of Wands. Do you wish that you could get this message to Virgo through more than just your thoughts and the wind? We have a Queen of Swords and we have the Page of Wands, both kind of in a sideways position. I don't think they would dare reach out to Virgo right now. From what I can see here, they would not dare to try to contact Virgo. And I think with good reason. I think that they probably shouldn't, because obviously their life is not sorted yet. But if they can't give Virgo full clarity, full story, and fully gravitate toward Virgo, should Virgo be okay with that, then there's really no point in them trying to tell Virgo half the story. And I think that that's probably what they've decided. When is your life getting wrapped up to where then you would be arriving in Virgo's world? Eight of Pentacles if they can get to one more, the 9 of Pentacles, that's when you're pretty much independent and then are ready for the 10. So they may be very close to a wrap up. And whatever this is, it's had something to do with money. It had something to do with, you have Hierophant. Could have been a divorce. I mean, the Hierophant is upright. So again, this would be, let's just say, legalities, because the Hierophant can be anything from our higher self to matters of authority, to things that we committed to, documents we signed our name to, and that can also oftentimes be a marriage or a contract of sorts. It doesn't have to be about marriage at all. This could be about, something to do with legalities, and they're talking to the authorities and they have to get the final document signed. Ooh, King of Cups in the reverse. This could be that they have been dealing with someone who's very emotionally manipulative. 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. And that emotionally manipulative person, this could be the person that they are dealing with. If it's like in a court system or something, that person might be intentionally dragging things out on purpose so that this person cannot move toward Virgo. So that it's like, oh, you're going nowhere. We get that 4 of Swords. No. I'm going to drag it out so long, but by the time you could finally go find your Virgo is going to have forgotten about you. I mean, that sounds like a real, weird calculating meanness. Who is the King of Cups in the reverse? I mean, that is a karmic individual. 5 of Swords. This is somebody who knows where their weak spot is and knows exactly what they're going to block. It's like, I'm going to make sure you can't go be happy with Virgo. Whoever this is, holy smokes. They come across as a divine masculine, well, not a divine masculine, but a masculine at first, and then we see them as feminine energy. Page of Swords in the reverse. Somehow, some way, they either found out about Virgo, even though they've never admitted that, but they're just making sure that this person cannot move forward for as long as humanly possible, hoping that whatever they happy plans they were going to have with Virgo, that's going to be like not even a chance. Whatever this, all that glitters energy is, the fact that starting out with this King of Wands, sending like a message, if they could communicate it to Virgo, it would be to say, I'm working every day, Virgo, to get stuff fixed, and just know, my life wasn't what it seemed to be. And I had a bunch of messes, and maybe I had tangled myself up with somebody who was very karmic, very toxic, somebody who, has a mean streak to them that, decided to punish me more or less. And it's been quite the ordeal to get unstuck, which would almost, I don't know, I'm getting this hint that were they trying to protect Virgo from falling under the Eye of Mordor here? Why didn't you tell Virgo what your scenario was? The Star in the reverse. I actually do think that this person tried to keep Virgo a secret, not to be oh, I don't want anybody to know about Virgo, but to keep Virgo off of somebody's radar. Virgo's at a distance, Virgo's far away, and I want to keep Virgo far away. I don't want Virgo getting involved in this mess. That's how that comes across to me. Also, Virgo couldn't heal or fix this. This isn't Virgo's mess. Page of Pentacles sideways. I think that they intimated a little bit of some of their problems to Virgo, but in such a small way. Virgo would never have gotten much more than if somebody doesn't want to talk about something and they're like, yeah, there's some complicated stuff, in my work, and that's it. They didn't want to describe what it was. They didn't describe I actually have this person who's, whatever, trying to manipulate me, trying to blackmail me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to have to keep you really clear of this mess. Otherwise you're going to get drug into this, and I don't want that for you. I don't think they said any of that. I don't know why they wouldn't have just laid it out and let Virgo know what the truth was, other than I think they thought it was better to keep Virgo out of the entire melee. What's your final message here to Virgo? The Devil. I mean, I do not know. This feels like movie quality. Okay, this might not be our last card because now that we have this, I'm like, holy smokes, who are they messing with? Who are they dealing with? What have they been dealing with? This is like weird layers of drama, intrigue, vices, legalities, things that are. I got the Ace of Swords sideways. They don't want to talk about it. It's like that's a whole mess that is, I don't know if they're like involved in something where it's like, oh, whatever, I'm helping to take down some organization, blah, blah, blah. It just says that this is way deeper than it looks, and there's way too much to try to tell. Five of Cups. It's weird because it also is like until it's being able to be posted in the newspaper, I can't say anything. It's a gag order or something. So in the meantime, I just have to be bummed that I can't talk to Virgo. I can't tell Virgo what's going on. And I'm really missing Virgo. Again, seems like a movie to me. Four of Wands. Virgo continues to be what they dream of for that happy outcome, the Four of Wands. What's with the Wheel of Fortune? Because it said that the universe is starting to work in their favor. Justice. Okay, so this all has been about some kind of legality. That's what it seemed like this whole way through. So I'm sorry, this is a very specific message for a very specific Virgo, right? A Virgo who has not talked to somebody in a very long time, whether they're a King of Wands or that maybe that just represented the energy, the love that they have for Virgo. I mean, we've seen Capricorn, we've now seen Libra. They could be other zodiacs as well. But their big message to Virgo is like, it's getting closer. And one day I'll unveil all of it, Virgo. It's a sordid story. The whole mess that was going on in my life, it has been something I've had to deal with in its entirety. It's been a movie quality, like whatever corporate espionage, toxicity, blackmail threats, whole nine yards, toxic people, places, things, all of this stuff that I did not want you tangled up in at all. Yes, I stayed away from you because I had a very vindictive person also that I was dealing with as this mess has been going through the legalities, the court system. All of this is about to get wrapped up. It could be that whomever has been their foe in all this, that King of Cups in the reverse is going to like face Judgment Day in some, judicial sense. And that is finally going to free them to gravitate toward Virgo. It feels like this whomever this is, they have not had mobility. They have not had freedom to go and move about. They have not had, the only way they could have kept Virgo in their life is probably if they kept Virgo and connected Virgo at a distance, or if Virgo came to be with them and they were like, I don't want Virgo near me while I'm going through this mess. But I also don't have the liberty to tell Virgo everything until it can be printed in the paper. Sorry, I know it's highly, just movie quality, but that is what we got. They just say, one day I'll return with flowers. One day I can tell you everything, Virgo. One day. And it just looks like it's not too far down the road because of that energy of the legalities. Are you aware, character, that something's about to get, done, fixed? You're going to be free. We have a Seven of Pentacles. This is the day they've been waiting for a very, very, very long time. Virgo's going to hear from this person in real time when they arrive with flowers, but it'll be when they can tell Virgo the entire story, the whole sordid story. Okay, that was a wild one. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Hey, we get the stories that we get. I roll with whatever we have to roll with. You guys, really good to see you. Ladybug Enterprise, thanks for being here. Lavinia Townsend, hi. AJ, Deanna Ferris, thank you for being here. Shout out to you in Florida, honey. Bradley Bear, Feeling My Soul, Morris Machine, Blondin Burt, Manzi Halls. Thank you, everybody. It's always lovely to hang with you. All right, guys. Bye for right now. I'll see you again soon.